Hello, today is June 25th, 2025, and I first want to say the reason I'm making this video is actually because I'm not feeling well. I and I woke up feeling kind of sick today, but I didn't think it was too serious. I felt I can still go about the rest of my day. I should be fine. It just didn't feel that serious. But as I was going through today of just working and doing whatever, it's just my normal schedule. I have to always keep working every day. But I did deal with something really stressful earlier today, and after that got resolved, I was relieved because it was stressful, uh, but it sadly made me feel so much worse. So I think I have to take a pause on working for the rest of today, but it stresses me out to not be working because I really have to finish this by a deadline. So I'm really not feeling good right now, and anything, even when I'm trying to relax, I still feel stressed because I hate that I can't do more work right now. So, for me to feel better, I'm making another video, but just keep in mind I don't sound good, and I didn't set up my mic because I'm just really if I plan to make a video later, I'll set up my mic then, but I'm not yeah, the audio for real is not going to be good in this video. So just this is just me trying to feel better, basically. And so I don't know if I'm really reviewing this video, as you can see what we're going to be watching in a bit, but it just came to my mind of this is one of my favorite things to watch because it's really cute. So here we have Hamin and Uno, and they did this live on May 11th, 2023, so 2 years ago, and it was 2 months after their debut as well. And I think them two, given they're the youngest in the group, when it's only them two together, I think it's really, really adorable. It's like, even though Uno is older than Hami, but they act like they're almost the same age, which I find very interesting. While for Bambi, Noah, and Yejun, they definitely treat them as like older brothers and not really feel like the same age as them. Bambi sometimes is in gray area because he's right in the middle, but at least how I feel with them two, Uno and Hamin, I find it fascinating that Uno is actually older than Hamin because they really treat each other like same age buddies, and I think it's really cute to see. And so here, this is the first time when they play Overcooked together. So this game is actually called Overcooked 2. There is Overcooked 1, but I played both games, and Overcooked 1 is not as smooth to play than Overcooked 2, so I personally recommend that Overcooked 2 is a lot more fun. But anyways, they play this game for the first time together, and they do play it again a second time, and maybe if I feel like it, I'll review that video right after to what's the word? What's the word? I can't remember. Anyways, so this is the first time they play Overcooked, and as they're going about, so the point of this game is that you have recipes that you have to make. So you have to get the ingredient. Some of them you have to chop up. Sometimes you don't have to chop it up, but there are various ways of cooking the meal, and then you put it on a plate, and then you send it out, and there's a time limit, and you just have to do you just have to make the dishes as quickly as you can, and you will get a high score. So that's basically the point of the game. And so they are here at level 1, which is the very basic level to try to get used to the game, and then as you get through higher levels, it's going to get harder. So here, if you can see on the right side, there's a shrimp like in a box, so that's where you will get the shrimp ingredient. And then on the right, oh my gosh, I forgot my right and left. So on the right side, I can't remember if I actually, okay, right side hand, the right side, you see a shrimp, that's where you get the shrimp ingredient. And on the left side, it's a fish, and that's tuna, I believe. So the tuna ingredient you get there. Once you get it, you bring it to your chopping board with the knife, as you see there on the bottom. You put it there, and then you chop it, and it takes some time to chop it. So you take the time to chop it, and then once it's done, you put it on the plate, and then you send it out in that little it looks like a stove, or it has an arrow pointing out. That's sending it out for the customers to eat it. So this is like the very basic step of making dishes in this game, but it will get more complicated as you get into higher levels. But this is the first level, the basic step. That's all you need to know on how to do the game. Now, when Hamin and Uno are playing this game, I think they most likely rehearsed it before doing the live stream, but they were still confused of how to do it. So let's see them struggle because it's kind of cute. So let's see for a bit.
자, 이게 파란색이 저고 형이 빨간색인데요.
That's right. That's right. So I checked on this earlier, and so a lot of their old live streams, I think majority from 2023, they do not have any translations. But not only that, they don't even have Korean subtitles. It says here they have auto-generated, where it's taking from how they speak, and then the auto-generated of guessing what they are saying. Sometimes it helps me, sometimes, but no, very rarely it helps me. If I hear them say a word and I couldn't really make it out, then I would turn on the auto generated subtitle, and sometimes it does say the word that they said, and it has helped me. But most of the time it doesn't help me, so sadly we have to watch this with no subtitles at all, not even in Korean. And so I could be wrong in what I hear from them, because I could mess up. Even my English sucks, okay? So like I could mess up in what I hear. So I just wanna say that. And so so what they just said just now, I'll go ahead and do my best to translate as quickly as possible. We'll see. So Hamin here just explained that he's the blue guy. So if you see the character that has a blue circle, that's him. And then Uno is the green guy, but it has a red triangle. And so those are their characters.
이거를 자 같은 경우 여기 뭔지 알아요? 이 게임 알아요? 이게 지금 이게 크렘이거든요. 새우? 아니요, 크렘이라고. 네, 맛살 있어요. 아, 네. 이렇게 해서 요리를 하면은 어머, 그거를 여기다가 아이고, 밀지 마세요. 여기 있다. 됐다.
So I think they get the concept of the game, but also not really. So as Hamin was just doing, he chopped up the shrimp and then he put it on the plate, and then he said, this is how you do it. But then Uno was saying earlier, the shrimp is called creme. I don't know. He was like just making things up, trying to be funny. He's like, this is like like the cream, like crab shrimp. I don't know. So he was just saying random things like that. But as you can see, he was not really doing anything. So I don't think he knows what he's supposed to do in this game. So I thought, they would rehearse, but I think they improve on it way later in live streams. But they are legit trying to figure out how to play this game and going about it as so Hami figured out, okay, I have to chop the shrimp and I put on the plate, but then he just leaves it on the table, but he doesn't know what to do with it. He has to send it out to where that arrow stove like thing is. So he's supposed to do that, but he doesn't know. So
어디야 어디 어떻게 하면 돼? 여기 그 잡고 줘요. 드세요.
So that's Uno holding that shrimp plate, and he's thinking, I have to give it to this guy. He's the boss, right? I have to give it to this guy, but he's trying to give it to him, but it's not working. Because that guy is just there as decoration. He does nothing.
이분한테 이렇게 드려야 되는 거 아니야? 손님한테 줘야 되는 거 아닌가?
So Uno just said, aren't I supposed to give it to this guy? But then Hamin's like, aren't you supposed to give it to the customers? And so we see here on the side there are customers, so I think they're gonna try and give it to them. Yeah, so Hamin's trying to give it to him.
맛있게 드세요. 여기 있다. 여기 있다.
Thankfully, Hamin figured it out. He said, oh, it's here. So yeah, you have to send it out here. And so good job, Hamin.
감사를 여기다. 맛있게 드세요. 저기 위에 보면은 저기다가 어디 내가 여기다.
So another thing that they're doing wrong is that, do you see on the top left-hand corner, it says they're the fish sashimi. They're supposed to be making that and sending it out, but I don't think they know that yet. If they are sending out shrimp, and yeah, they didn't. So let's see when they figure out that they're supposed to send out tuna, not shrimp.
여기 레일에.
I'm sorry.
이렇게
오케이. 자, 썰자.
네.
네네.
야,
하민아, 생선 필요해. 생선. 저기 있다. 저기
이거
있다.
생선 맞는데?
여기
아.
여기.
So then Uno's like, hey, we have to get the fish, not the, we have to get the fish. And then Hami just said here, this is the fish. So he thought this shrimp what was the fish, but no. So they finally figure out, oh no, we're supposed to chop up this fish, not the shrimp.
아, 내가 할게요.
됐어.
생선 어디 갔어? 찾았다.
So
아니,
silly.
오케이.
이거 요리해야 되잖아.
요리.
오스터. 짠짠짠짠짠. 아, 이거 줘야 되네, 형.
아니야, 그거
이거 맞아요.
광어잖아, 그거.
광어가 왜 이
So,
색깔이
so I
나?
just realized,
Okay.
that Uno saying, "Hey, we have to get the fish." Him saying, "No, we're not supposed to." He just said to Hami just now that no, that's not the fish. You're not supposed to do that. So, I think Uno was like thinking the shrimp as well is a fish. So he's like, "Yeah, we have to." I don't know. So they're just a mess trying to figure it out.
오케이.
아, 이거 주는 거 맞는 거 같은데? 봐봐요, 맞잖아요.
오케이.
바보네. 형 요리 잘 못하시는 거 아니죠?
아니야.
제가 더 잘하는 거 같은데요, 그렇죠?
Hami just said, I'm doing so well, right? Oh. They're doing okay. For now, they're doing okay. But so far, neither of them have noticed the top left-hand corner of the dishes they're supposed to make.
야, 하다 말았어. 어?
내가 먼저. 오케이,
내가
내가 이겼다.
내가 한 거 어디 갔어?
접시 필요하대.
아,
세요. 그렇지. 이겼다.
자, 제가 지금
So Uno just said here, I won. So he's thinking he's competing with Hamin, which is not true. They're supposed to be co-op to put in as many dishes as they can for this level. It's just yeah, this is only level 1, and so eventually they do figure it out. So let's wait until
파란색입니다.
we see when they figure it out.
오케이. 자, 인사 한번 드리고. 감사합니다.
에이, 그 다음에 새우.
감사합니다.
새우를
Okay, thankfully Hami just realized the top left-hand corner. It's the first time I hear any of them talking about it. So Hami just said here, okay, next is the shrimp, because as you can see here, the dish that needs to be made first is this shrimp dish. And so he just said, okay, I gotta get the shrimp now. So thankfully Hami just figured it out, and Uno, I think he still doesn't know, sadly.
썰어서
오케이.
접시 위에 올려서 접시를
감사합니다.
잡아서
오케이.
생선을 잡아서 네,
아니,
올려서
그거를 해서.
형, 지금 잘하고 있는 거 맞죠?
오케이. 자, 이게 도마가 지금 상태가 좋지가 않아.
생선 하나
조금
안
느리는
뜨거.
것 같은데 괜찮습니다. 저는 굴하지 않고 제 식대로 한번.
이거 협동 게임이에요. 형 나랑 대결하는 게 아니에요.
So Uno was just saying like random things about the cutting board and like this is how you're supposed to do blah blah. I couldn't really understand where he was going with that conversation. I have no idea what he was talking about, but he still clearly doesn't know how to play the game. And so Hamin just now told to Uno, hey, Uno, this is not a competition. We're supposed to cooperate together. So so it takes them a while, but they do eventually figure it out. And I think they play some more levels, and they struggle a bit, but it's overall kind of cute in my opinion. For just random healing is like, they have to figure out how to cook rice. So here they have to figure out how to cook rice, how to make the
안녕하세요.
sushi. So yeah, they had to figure out like how does this work, and so they eventually did figure it out. And then after another level, it got really difficult. This is when it got more difficult because you have to wash dishes. So you had to and then there's like the separation here. It gets a lot more difficult, and sadly this is when they decided to give up, which I totally understand. And so they gave up, and then And then I want to comment on another thing that happens in this live stream is that this is the first time we hear Hamin sing his trot. He's very good at singing trot, and so it's hard to explain the music style of trot because it's made in Korea and it's only sung in Korea. I don't think there's any other country that sings this kind of genre, so it's definitely very what's the word? It's very unique and originally was made in Korea. And so usually only old people can sing trot well. Like they are just they grew up with it, they like it the best, so they're usually the best at singing trot. And Hamin here, you know, he's the maknae, he's the youngest in the group, and so it's really shocking that he can sing trot so well when he's so young. But of course, there's many young people out there who like trot. I feel like with trot variety shows that happened in the past few years, it made more people like it, especially the younger generation. And so, anyways, Hamin is a very talented guy, as we know, and it is seriously so difficult to sing in trot, but he's seriously really really talented. And so I always felt his potential, even though in the beginning he wasn't a great singer, but I always felt like he has potential because of how good he can sing trot songs, that he has potential to be good at singing in general.
지금까지 안 나온 장르 트로트를 한번 해보겠습니다. 저희
Yeah,
어머니가 트로트를
트로트요?
네.
so Hamin begins by saying, I'm gonna sing a genre of music that is not done often, and it's gonna be a trot song, and my mom really likes it when I sing trot. I think it's very cute every time he mentions his mom about it. And then Uno's like, what? You're gonna sing trot? That's what he just said right now. So he's surprised because it's just so uncommon for someone to want to sing trot, but also because it's so difficult to sing trot. And so he's like, Hamin, you sure you can do this? And so he's not expecting Hamin to do well, of course. And Hamin is like, I'm
괜찮은 거죠?
네.
잘할 수 있나요?
열심히 해야죠. 오케이.
yeah. Uno says like, Hamin, are you sure you can do it? You can do it, okay? And then Hamin said, yes. Well, I have to do my best. And then Uno's like, okay.
자, 파이팅!
파이팅!
So this is also Uno's first time hearing Hamin sing trot. So this is something none of them knew until Hamin decides to reveal it on this live stream. And you guys know the history from there if you're a fan.
파이팅!
또안 불러드린 것도 또 해주세요.
Okay, let's go!
막걸리 한 잔 한번 해보겠습니다.
Yeah. So the name of the song is called 막걸리 한 잔, which literally translates to one cup of 막걸리, which is of an alcoholic fermented rice drink, and we're gonna hear Hamin sing it.
막걸리 한 잔이요.
막걸리 하민, 네, 알겠어.
Uno was really like, are you sure you can do this, Hamin?
하민이가 부르네.
He's
막걸리
really
한 잔?
yeah,
Let's
he's
go.
really
제라토
suspicious.
엄마 아빠.
It's so cute. So anyway, so Uno is really like, are you sure, Hamin, you can sing trot? And so Uno is really not feeling secure about this. And then what Hamin just said right now, he said, shout out to my mom and dad, which I think is so cute, because shout out to them because they like trot songs, and so he's dedicating this song to them.
Okay, let's go! 막걸리 한 잔!
That's seriously amazing. If you guys go and hopefully can find the original song, that's seriously amazing what he just did, and why Uno is like in complete shock, because Hami just proved to us that he knows how to sing trot, and he does it really well.
미쳤어. 오케이. 야, 좋다. 온 동네 소문났던 천덕꾸러기. 헤이! 막내 아들 장가 가던 날. 난 알던 네가 빠졌다며 덩실더덩실 춤을 추던 우리 아버지.
Uno is always like, he's continually laughing on the side because he really can't believe that Hamin can sing trot so well. It's really uncommon to see a young person be so good at singing trot. That's why he's so shocked about this, and I am too. When I first saw this, I also was just as shocked.
인물은 그래도 내가 낫지요.
유하민
고사리 손으로 따라주던 막걸리 한 잔. 아버지 생각나네.
유하민
I mean, if you can hear that in his voice, that is so difficult to do that to your voice, and that's why Korean trot is such a unique genre that I don't think any country can ever do. And so it's seriously amazing that Hami knows how to do that way with his voice.
황소처럼 일만 하셔도
Crazy.
살림살이 마냥 그 자리.
Yeah, and Uno still can't believe it. Me too. Me too.
유하민
아버지 원망했어요. 아빠처럼 살기 싫다며.
So yeah. So we won't hear the full thing. But I do have to go now, and you know, honestly, it doesn't sound like I'm sick, but I honestly am not feeling well right now. But doing this short video of just watching Uno and Hamin be cute little guys, I do feel better. I honestly didn't think I would feel better, but I actually do. So sorry, I want to pause on something that's cute. Oh no, that would have been fine. Okay, let's pause here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this was definitely the right video for me to watch to feel better. And so I'm gonna go out and do a little bit of work that I think that I can do that's not too stressful. So I'm gonna do that a little bit, and I'm gonna like walk around and eat and like just try to relax and you know, just get out, get some fresh air, and hopefully it'll make me feel better. But I do think I still have to not work for the rest of today, which doesn't make me feel good. But I'm gonna do my best to really relax, and I'm gonna sleep early and just recover today, and hopefully I can finish all my work by the deadline. I'm kind of worried now, but I'll just have to let's just hope for the best. And I think I most likely will come back to do more videos because I need to do things that is relaxing and not working. So most likely I will come back and do more videos. So until next time.